Welcome back. You're in the Gangster Goodies kitchen with your favorite cooking show host. How are y'all doing today? Oh my God, I am so excited about the conversation that we're going to have today and the meal that we're going to have today. We're going to try a traditional Palestinian dish, y'all. My special guest today is Samantha Salem, y'all. And she's gonna show us how to make this traditional dish, and we're gonna have some conversation. And the conversation ain't easy to be had. Join us. You don't wanna miss this episode.
Horrifying images continue to spill out of Gaza. Despite the fuel shortages, internet blackouts, media censorship, and assassinated journalists, a steady torrent of dead children, massacred civilians, and once vibrant neighborhoods bombed into piles of smoking, blood-smeared rubble still manages to escape the blockade. For months, these harrowing images have seared themselves into our minds and broken our hearts, provoking bitter feelings of powerlessness and casting a haunting gloom over our notions of a shared humanity.
2 million people inside what I call an open-air prison. The borders are the most difficult to get through and to get out, and I am an American citizen. I do not have Palestinian paperwork, and it's even harder for me to go in and out.
I am in the Gangsta Goodies kitchen today, and I'm about to bring you a really cool treat. My name is Samantha Salem. I'm a realtor by trade, but today I'm going to be your chef, because what's better than food to talk about big problems in the world, especially problems of my people. I'm from Palestine. I lived in Gaza for 10 years, and as we all know what's happening nowadays, I just wanted to chat with you guys about it while I make this traditional dish for you. So stay tuned.
Hey y'all, welcome back. You're in the Gangster Goodies kitchen with your favorite cooking show host. I'm on this side today, y'all, right? And I have a lovely guest today, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you.
Thank you, Sheila.
You're welcome.
My name is Samantha Salem. I am a Palestinian-American, and I've been living in Kansas City for like 17 years now.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. It's been a very long time.
Yes.
Yep.
And what are you going to show us how to make today?
So this is one of my favorite dishes, and it's called Musakhan, which in Arabic means warmed up or heated up.
Okay.
So usually, traditionally, it's made in a very long, elaborate way with different stuff. You know how traditional dishes are.
Yes.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm in real estate. I have 3 kids. Like, I have a very, very busy life. So I can't do it that way. So I've been able to manage a way. How do I do this on the go really quickly within 20, 30 minutes, and it's ready to go, and it still tastes just as good. So that's kind of what I wanted to bring you, my quick version of this Musakhan recipe today.
I love it.
It's so good. It's very unique flavor, and it's very good. So I hope you guys like it.
Oh my God, you guys, I smell the spices. I can't wait to taste. Y'all know I like to eat anyway. And I am a lover of ethnic food, period, you know, and so all of the spices and I can't wait. But y'all take a closer look at my guest today. You have a closer look at our guest and kind of see her doing her thing, right? And so tell us a little bit about the ingredients.
Okay, so this dish is fairly simple when you think about it.
Okay.
So the base of it is bread.
Okay.
Traditionally, we use a big round piece of bread. It's called tabun, which is made on like a clay type mud oven.
Okay.
So they're usually pretty big, and
Okay.
sometimes they're stacked on top of each other too.
Oh wow.
Today, I'm using naan from Costco.
Yes.
So you can buy a very large pack. These are more personal size.
Yes.
So everybody can have one or two or whatever they end up
Okay.
with. So you don't have to have the bigger like pizza size type bread.
Okay.
And then the main ingredient is onions. Lots
Onions.
and lots of onions. I love onions. And then the star is sumac, which is a very, smell it. I don't even know what this is, but this is the color that you know this is a good color because it has to be that kind of bright purple.
Okay.
It's tangy and sour a little. So yeah, that's that. If you don't have that, you can't have this dish. It's just going to be a regular chicken flatbread.
Okay.
Very, very simple.
Okay.
But that's definitely what brings all of this together. And then I cut up chicken thighs and already pre-marinated it. But what you usually put on it is salt, black pepper, some like 7 spice, which is something you can buy from any Middle Eastern grocery store.
Okay.
And then you definitely put more of the sumac on it on top.
Okay.
Traditionally, you cut up a whole chicken and you leave the bones in, and then you would roast it in the oven with the same spices. So have a whole piece of chicken on your bread. Like I said, I'm busy.
Okay.
And this is super easy, and then you don't have to deal with bones. You don't. It's just easy.
And it probably
go.
cooks faster.
It cooks so much faster.
Okay, I love it.
I use the thighs because they're usually juicier and softer and cook slicker too. So you gotta get it all full effect.
Yes.
And then we'll garnish with parsley and some toasted nuts, toasted almonds that just give it a really pretty visual.
Okay.
And obviously parsley, if it's fresh, it's better. But this is what, again, busy. We're busy.
Yes. So we love it. So any busy moms out there, we're gonna give
what you got.
Yes, we're going to give you the recipe and we want you to try it, you know? And when you try it, tag Samantha, tag me in it, you know? Food is the universal language of love.
Absolutely.
It really is. And we're going to have some conversation, some serious conversation today around what's going on in our world and in particularly what's going on in Gaza. And we're going to do it over this dish. And so y'all take a quick look at up close at the ingredients. Samantha, we ready, girl. So what are we going to do first?
Well, let's cook the chicken. How about that?
That sounds good.
Okay.
So let's get it.
How do I do this?
Let's see. I know this. So one of these days, y'all, it's going to be a real kitchen, okay? My kitchen is just way too little right now, but in the future. And I don't know how high you want
Just high. High is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, let that heat up a bit.
And,
Okay. So usually for cooking the chicken itself, you just need a little bit of oil.
Okay.
If you have olive oil or any oil. I'm borrowing this one from you.
oh, yes, absolutely. That's just a little vegetable oil.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, once it heats up a little, we'll put the chicken in.
Okay.
And as it's cooking, I have a little treat for you.
Yay! Yay! So as that's heating up, Samantha, can you tell our viewing family, first of all, you are Palestinian-American.
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell, sometimes people don't even understand what that means.
Yeah.
Can you tell them, what does that mean?
Well, my dad is Palestinian. He was born in Gaza.
Okay.
My mom is Vietnamese.
Okay.
She was born in Vietnam. I was born in New Jersey.
Okay.
So I'm a mix of everybody, and then born in the States.
Yes.
So I'm all the things. But
I love it.
But yeah, so he's originally, his ancestors all our people are from Gaza City, so that's where majority of my blood is, basically.
Gotcha.
And also, I've lived there for 10 years, at my teenage formative years.
Wow.
So I'm very familiar with the culture.
Yes.
That's where I learned how to speak Arabic. I learned how to write. I learned a lot of things there, and that's where all my family is. Too.
Okay.
Like all of my father's side of the family, they're all from there.
Okay.
They're all there now.
They're all there now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I think we're
Thank
ready
you for
this.
sharing. Okay.
Absolutely. Let's see. Let's hope I don't burn the place down.
You'll be fine. Ooh.
It's sizzling. I love the sound of that.
I know. Sizzle, baby. Sizzle. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So as that's cooking, I want to show you something.
Yes.
I wanted to give you this little treat. So
Ooh.
this is called za'atar,
Okay.
and this is its cousin
I'm
called.
gonna bring the camera closer so
Okay.
we can see that. There we go. Okay. So
So
tell
this
us
is
again.
za'atar. This is like a dry thyme ground dish with sesames.
Okay.
We use it as a dip, not a dip. We use it as a spice, or we dip bread in it with oil, which is what I'm about to show you.
Okay.
This is a similar one, but it's made out of wheat.
Ah, okay.
And you'll taste the difference between them
Between
two.
them? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this one's called
Okay.
Yep.
And then what are you going to put in that third space?
Well, let me show you.
Mmm.
You know that your olive oil is authentic when it comes straight from an olive tree that was picked on land that you grew, that you own in Palestine. But the best marker for that is when it comes in an old recycled Sprite bottle all the way from overseas. So this,
I love
like
it.
the deep, rich olive color,
Yes.
as you open it, I'm gonna turn this down a little, like splashing all over me.
Yes.
Then obviously, I want you to smell this.
Ooh,
It smells, what does it smell like?
It smells like olives.
It smells just
It's
like an
very olivey, y'all. I wish we had
olivey.
smell-o-vision,
I
because y'all
know.
can smell it.
Yeah, so what we do is we just pour a little bit. Look at the green color, like it's not your typical olive oil color that you find here at like Costco or something.
No.
Yeah, so what you do, I brought some bread.
Yes.
Usually you would use pita bread, but any bread works. Again,
Okay.
we're busy, so we're gonna
Yes.
use what we have.
Okay.
This is just basic French bread.
Okay.
You dip in the oil first,
Okay.
and then you dip it in one of them and you try it.
Mmm.
And I'll make sure this doesn't burn.
Ooh. I need to get you a oven mitt. Look at that, y'all. Mmm.
Hi. What does that mean? Explain. Explain what's going on right now.
Oh my goodness! I'm coming to your house.
You're always welcome. I'm always hosting people
What
over
is
and
this
feeding.
again?
It's called za'atar. Z-A-A-T-A-R.
Mmm.
Yeah. And it's healthy. It's good for you. You could sprinkle it on anything you want. You can just eat it with bread.
Oh my
You can
God.
do whatever. Some people sprinkle it on fries, you know, chicken. It's really whatever you want it to be.
Oh
But
my.
this is the authentic one that came from Palestine.
Oh my
So
goodness.
you can find this at any Middle Eastern grocery store locally.
Okay.
Everybody makes it different, and you know how everything back home tastes better.
Of course it does.
I'm a za'atar snob. I'm a snob when it comes to food, so I have to have the right stuff.
Look, I am too, Samantha. Look how green that olive oil is.
Yeah.
Look at that, y'all. Oh my God.
It came straight from an olive.
Wow.
It's never been mixed with anything else. It's literally just they process the olives and it comes straight out, and that's it. That's how you eat it.
Oh my goodness. Y'all.
Yay! I'm glad you like it.
Hmm.
Try the other one.
I did try this one.
Okay, how does that taste?
Very different from this one, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
The green one tastes more earthy, if that makes sense.
It's an herb. Thyme. It's a
Okay.
thyme herb. They dry it up, they grind it,
Okay.
and then they add, other spices and stuff to it.
I want some of that.
So this is found at our typical breakfast
Okay.
with pita bread.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll find that every Palestinian home has to have za'atar. Like I would be very questionable how Palestinian they were if they didn't have it. But yeah, that's something I wanted you to enjoy.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. This is so. My taste buds are like, girl.
Yay! Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So I learned how to cook when I was in Gaza. Most of this stuff.
Okay.
From my grandmother, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. I call her Sitti, so if I say Sitti, that's what that means.
Okay.
She recently passed away right on Christmas Day last year, due to the war and due to what's going on over there, which obviously was very devastating. But
Yes.
I had the opportunity to go visit her October 2022. And I was able to pick olives with her and take her around and see the city before all this destruction that we have right now that's completely unrecognizable. Like, I'm looking at the pictures just trying to figure out, okay, which street is this, which home is this, and
Wow.
it's completely wiped out.
As Americans, we've never seen the devastation of war on this land. We've never seen the devastation of, and I can't even call what's going on a war. It's genocide.
It's genocide, it's colonization, it's settlements, it's whatever you want to name it.
Yes. Now, Samantha, can you bring some clarity? Because I've been reading a lot, and my friends know this has been a subject for me that has really hit home for me. I don't know, you're the only person that I've ever even come in contact with that I'm aware of that I know is Palestinian, you know.
That's interesting. There's so many of us that maybe we're hiding.
Yeah, don't hide, y'all.
No,
you know,
we're hiding.
And so it is. I read an article that said that Gaza, that Palestinians are basically forced to live on a small strip of the land.
Yep. I can talk about that.
How big is that strip of land?
Not as big as you think. So what I'm gonna do here really quickly as we're talking, I'm just gonna reuse the pot because I love the spices and everything.
Yes.
You have to add a little bit of the real olive oil into this part.
Ooh, yes.
And then, again, Sprite bottle.
I love it, y'all. I love it.
And then you'll add your onions. So these are 4 large onions that I just chopped up.
Okay.
And then they're gonna cook in the olive oil.
Okay.
And then after they cook, we're gonna put like salt and then the sumac and then I'm gonna have you taste it.
Ooh, I love onions.
Yeah.
And a dish with caramelized onions. Oh my God, that's speaking my language.
Exactly. I love onions. I love onions more than chocolate. Is that weird?
No, it's not. I'm with you on that. Yeah, they can keep the chocolate. Give me the onions any day over chocolate.
It just makes me happier. I don't know. I see onions and I'm happy.
Yes, because you know something good is getting ready to be cooked.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll take that for you.
There you go.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So, the Gaza Strip that contains many little cities is actually, when you look it up, it's actually half of the size of Kansas City. Like the Kansas City Metro.
Okay.
And if you want to dig down a little deeper on that, it's the size of the City of Independence and the City of Lee Summit combined. But you have 2.2 million people living in a strip of land with a border siege around them that they're not allowed to travel unless you have some kind of permit. Or you have a dual citizenship somewhere else. But a true Palestinian with strictly Palestinian paperwork cannot leave.
Okay,
unless
wait.
you have a permit
Okay,
that
well,
Israel gives you if they want.
okay,
Yeah.
so y'all let this sink in, okay? So it's the size of Independence and Lee Summit. And the borders are armed, and there's guards there, and Palestinian people can't go out of that area without a special permission, per se?
Yeah, we call it a permit, or tasrih means permission, that the Israeli side has to allow for. So if you look on a traditional map, the Gaza Strip sits on, it's on a coast. So you have, the west side is not covered, it's bordered by water. It's
Okay.
bordered by the sea. And then the top, the east, and then the south is bordered by the occupied Palestinian lands and Egypt. So that's the little like corner that we've been fit in.
Yes.
The sea, you're not allowed to go out a specific amount of miles because there's Israeli ships that'll stop you if you tried to go out further, which is affecting our fishing. It's affecting that part. So you can't just hop on a boat and leave and go to Greece. That's not a thing. You can't even go to Egypt through the water because it's all sieged. You have one border up North Gaza Strip. It's called Erez Crossing. That's where the Israeli soldiers are, and that's, if you go through to go to Jerusalem, to go to Tel Aviv, to go anywhere else, if you're allowed to, you have to have a permit for that. Even as a strictly U.S. citizen, I don't have any other paperwork other than that. Even for me, it's extremely difficult for me to go through. And then you have the Rafah border, which is what we hear about all the time.
Yes.
That's the strictly Gaza Egyptian border,
Okay.
where Egyptians on one side and then the Palestinians on the other side. But Israel still controls
it.
them both, but we don't see them. So it's more communications back on the back end.
Yes.
So they know every single person that enters, they know every single person that leaves. They know, they are the ones that allow any trucks to come in, whether it's humanitarian aid or some kind of like material that Gaza needs, because you can only create and you can only sustain yourself so much on your own.
Yes. Yes.
When you're in this little prison. It's not a prison, it's a concentration camp. So
it is
it's
apartheid.
suffocating.
It's like
suffocating.
South African apartheid.
Yeah, because also on the other side we have West Bank, which I can't speak too much to because I've never lived there, and
Okay.
I've only been there once or twice, but I have friends and I have people that completely know what's going on, and it's devastating. It's kind of like, in my eyes, it's a little worse over there because you see them every day and they're in the streets and they're picking up your kids and throwing them in administrative detention, which makes no sense whatsoever. You have crossings that you have to go through. Like, imagine where we are today.
Yes.
To go to Lee Summit, you have 10 checkpoints that you have to go through to get to work, and then you have to come back through the same ones to get back home. The kids have to go through that to get to school, and sometimes they just close them like, sorry, we don't want to open them. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
There's nothing you can do.
No, so that's...
There's nothing you can do.
And then you got the wall.
Yes.
Did you guys know that there are different colored license plates per what kind of citizen you are?
Wait a minute, Samantha.
Yeah.
So the Israeli government distributes license plates to Palestinians based on how they categorize a Palestinian.
Yeah, based on where they're from. So you have
Wow.
you have the Israeli citizens who are 100% Israeli citizen.
Okay.
Their license plates you're allowed to go everywhere. Any street is open to you.
Okay.
You have the Palestinian, what we call the Arab Israelis,
Okay.
which they're Palestinians that have been given like Israeli citizenship.
Okay.
Because they're living on occupied territory.
Okay.
So that's what they're called. They're almost like a middle way subclass citizen type thing.
Gotcha.
They
gotcha.
have a different license plate. They have very specific streets they're allowed to go on, but the streets that are pure Israeli, they're not allowed to go on. They have a different court system. They have a different everything. So the people that are telling you, oh, they're treating them equally on the land. No, that's bullshit. Sorry.
Oh,
that's not true.
God,
And then there's more.
Wait, I mean,
Wait, okay. So
imagine this, and in particularly to our viewing family who happens to look like me. So imagine our license plates being distributed to us based on the color of our skin, our ethnic background, and then knowing that so the officers would know, and then we're only limited, we can only drive in certain areas?
yeah, there are streets that were not made for you. You were not allowed to be on them. And that's what the checkpoints are for too. But there's another third class citizen that's strictly Palestinian that lives in the West Bank
Okay.
that have a different license plate, and
Okay.
they're not allowed at all inside the occupied Palestinian territories, which is what Israel is now, and I'm doing air quotes
Yes.
because it's not a real place.
Yes.
But yeah, so you have like at least 3 different types of license plates to like categorize what kind of
you.
person you are, or what kind of person they see you as, basically. So if you're from the West Bank, you're not allowed to drive inside Israel. If you're from Israel, like an Arab Israeli citizen, you're allowed to have specific streets in Israel, and you're allowed to be in West Bank.
Okay.
And if you're from Gaza, that's a completely different story because we're all locked up. But if you have an Israeli citizenship, then you can go wherever the fuck you want, basically.
Wow,
Yeah.
Samantha.
And it's insane, and it's extremely difficult to live a peaceful life like that when not just that, and then you're instigating and you're cutting off supplies, you're cutting off all the things, because don't tell me Israel does not control Gaza when the minute a war happens, you cut off your water, your food, your
Yes,
electricity, your
yes.
communications, your Wi-Fi, your phones.
Yes.
Don't tell me you don't control. You left.
Yes.
We gave Gaza back in 2005, and then they ruined it. You can't give back sovereignty to a people and still control their borders. That's not how this
That's
works.
not how that works. That is not how that works.
But it's just
Wow.
it's completely aggravating to even think a sane human being would understand that and accept it.
Wow.
I keep processing. You know what day today is? Today is day 120
Wow.
of this aggression on Gaza. 120. Like, that's 4 months.
Wow.
That's 4 months.
Samantha, I've been watching, a lot of footage, and I've been watching your story, because it's personal, and
Yeah.
you're somebody I can reach out and touch, and this is impacting you. This is impacting your family. And I saw a clip the other day you shared. I think it was one of your uncle's homes. And it's just ruined, y'all. Can y'all imagine that? I know I can.
That was the home that the whole entire family gathered at night.
Wow.
Everybody would do their thing at home and then come over because that's where my grandmother was staying, and she's the glue.
The matriarch, absolutely.
She's the glue that glues
yes.
everybody together. And I have 6 uncles and 2 aunts.
Okay.
And every uncle has like at least 5 to 7 kids.
Yes.
There's a lot of us.
Yes.
So when we gather up, we need a big place,
Yes.
and that was the house. That was the house that
Wow.
gathered us. If we were in the winter time, we would go inside, and everyone would just, our floor
Yes.
seating, like mattress seating.
Yes.
Everybody would just take a little corner, and the sarcasm runs really deep in our blood. And so we'd be laughing all the time.
I love it.
We would have like toasted pita bread with za'atar or something like that.
I think this was my favorite.
Yes, it's so good. It's just where we came to unwind and to be a
Wow.
family and to be together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just,
No, it's fine.
it's gone. I mean, like, it's thankfully, we're grateful that it's not demolished. But the inside is completely destroyed, so you're going to have to get money to rebuild that and to bring it back to what it was before, which is exhausting to have to keep doing that every couple of years. And I finally got video and pictures of my home, the home I grew up in, the one that my dad built. And it's, again, I know there are people out there that are in way worse situations. So we are very grateful that the house is standing. Majority of the damage that we have is in the garden, like all the trees and everything is gone.
All the olive trees were. Oh, wow.
So apparently the IDF soldiers were inside our home because we have windows that were broken and taken off. We have furniture that's been damaged. They rummaged through all the clothes and they just threw it up. It's like looting almost. Like it was really weird. And then there was this 2 words on the wall, spray painted in Hebrew, that I've been trying to figure out what they mean.
Wow.
But that just tells you who was in the house.
Who was in the house.
And
Absolutely.
it just makes my skin crawl knowing that they've
were
been
in your home.
my house, in my room, that where I was growing up and learning about life.
Wow.
And it's just really, I don't know, it makes me feel like I want to puke.
Yes.
And
it's so many of us, and you know, we're not aware, we're not paying attention, you know, or even it doesn't impact me, and so we just turn the other way. But any act of genocide is all of our business.
Absolutely. Because
we should all be concerned about this. And again, my viewing family who looks like me, we should really be concerned about this, okay? Because how many steps would this government be from doing the exact same thing to us?
unfortunately, it's coming. If it doesn't affect you today,
it will.
It's going to affect us tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And they're trying to see at how far can they get.
Exactly. What's our tolerance level?
Right.
What are the people going to let us get away with? You know, are they going to join together against us? No, because you know what? We just the colonizer has really trained our brains, and we don't go against the colonizer. Okay, and so it's y'all. I don't know about y'all, but there has to be a way that we can help magnify the voices of our Palestinian friends. I mean, there has to be a way. How can people in Kansas City get engaged? I've noticed you've been doing the at the different restaurants and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the meetups, and I hate that I've not been able to come to one.
Yeah.
But how could people get in contact? And because I think there are people, Samantha, that are out there who want to help, you know, but they don't know what to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I love that.
Yes.
I absolutely love that. So what I'm trying to do within my own means,
Yes.
within my limited time also.
Yes.
I'm trying to humanize my people.
Yes.
And like you said earlier, I have a personal connection, so I can get to the details and I can have a better story.
Yes.
Because these are stories, they're not numbers. These
Yes.
are humans. These
Yes.
are families. These are dreams that are lost. They're goals that are no longer going to be attained.
Yes.
They're like college degrees, and there's children. They're
Yes.
like little
Families.
children, families that
Yes.
have been wiped off of the civil registry, like they no longer exist. Nobody is left to continue that lineage.
Wow.
There's hundreds and hundreds of complete families just gone.
Wow.
So what I've seen within my community, within my friends, they care about me. They
Oh,
care about
yes.
me. They
Yes.
trust me.
Yes.
But they have no idea what to
What
do.
to
They don't
do.
understand
Yes.
it because you have media that it's telling you one thing, but
Yes.
then my friend is saying something different, and now I'm conflicted.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you get into the whole online censorship, which is
Yes.
a whole different story.
Yes.
You
Yes.
get into the misinformation from both sides, and
Yes.
you're confused. I'm
Yes.
like, how do I understand truly what is going on
Yes. Absolutely.
without the trolls that are commenting and
Yes.
the bots and whatnot? So
Yes.
I put together, I was like, you know what? This is how I'm going to fix this.
Yes.
Food.
Food. Yes.
Food.
See.
People cannot argue over food.
Absolutely.
Usually.
Absolutely.
Even if you agree to disagree,
Yes.
when there's food involved and you're in person and having a conversation,
Yes.
there's a level of respect that's usually maintained.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, food.
Yes.
We are talking about like boycotting specific companies that are very loudly against the Palestinians. So we need to spend our money, we need to eat, we need to do things.
Absolutely.
Let me put on blast all of our Palestinian-owned restaurants
Yes.
or allies. Let's go support them.
Absolutely.
Because we're going to spend the money anyways.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the food, talk about the culture, but also have these hard conversations that are just very hard to do through text, and text doesn't have emotion.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't put a person to it, a
absolutely.
life. Yes.
Even if you and I were texting, it would be super dry.
Yes.
And I can't see your body language.
Exactly.
And I can't feel your emotion.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Yes.
So that was really important to me. So I had set up what I called Flavors of Solidarity meetups.
I love it. Yes.
It was December and January. I'm about to roll out the next batch. We finished that one. There was like 8 of them.
Okay.
Any Palestinian-owned restaurant or any Palestinian ally that has been public and speaking up about this, we wanted to support. So
absolutely.
I just randomly all over the metro, here's Kansas, here's Missouri, here's North KC, here's Louis Summit, just randomly created a calendar. I'm like, hey guys, I will be here at this time for 2 hours. If you want to join us, please do.
Yes, I love it.
The first one, we had 7 people. The last one, we had 18 people.
I love it.
It just grew, and I love how it's small and intimate because that's the easiest way to have a conversation.
Absolutely, it is.
Like if it was a 300-person thing, it would that would be completely different. But smaller, more meaningful interactions.
Absolutely.
Like if some people did have questions, they're like, I don't think this is genocide. I think this is absolutely terrible, but I don't think it's genocide. And we kind of talked through that.
Yes.
And he left with more information that he didn't have before.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, like I said, you can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, this is about humanity.
Yes.
This is not about politics, and it is absolutely not about religion.
Absolutely.
It has nothing to do with religion.
Yes.
So it's just conversation, educating by conversation.
Yes. Absolutely.
Once you've had the conversation, and obviously everybody's welcome to reach out to me anytime.
Yes. We're going to make sure all of Samantha's information is up so you can follow her, because this is really important. In those small groups, having those conversations, clarifying questions that people may have, that's so important, y'all. And that is one way you can get engaged. And so we'll make sure Samantha's information is there for 2 reasons. For one, y'all, she's a real estate agent in Kansas City. Okay. You might be ready to buy a house. Okay. Look her up. And she is going to give you some solid information about what is going on, the genocide that is going on right now as you watch this episode.
Absolutely. And once you're informed and you're having these conversations, have them with your family and your friends.
Yes.
Have them with your circles, your workspace,
Yes.
whatever needs to happen to continue that growing. Because honestly, it's been really heartwarming to see how much allyship we've
actually have
gained in the last year or 2.
Yeah.
Because it used to be only us, and we were just screaming to the void, and nobody's hearing us. But now people are waking up and they're watching.
Yes.
So we put together a group of allies. We put together an Instagram account called FB Palestine KC.
Okay.
There's a lot of information there on how to help and where to go and what to do and how do we join and how do we organize and how do we take action and how do we call our representatives and call for a ceasefire, and there's so much of that can happen if you just want to reach out to that at FB Palestine KC on Instagram. We're on Facebook too.
Yes.
So reach out to that and ask us, how can I help?
Yes.
How can I help?
How
what
can I help?
do? Tell me to do something.
Yes. This is a humanitarian crisis, y'all.
Absolutely.
And we're all human. I don't care what our ethnic background is. We're all human, okay? We're all in this together, okay?
Yeah.
And so when one of us is suffering, all of us are suffering. Reach out, get engaged, ask what you can do to help, y'all. It's so important.
I bleed red. Do you bleed red?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 100% of the population of the human race bleeds red.
Yes.
So
yes.
this is a red blood problem.
Yes. We have the same organs.
Yes. Yes.
2 kidneys. We all have a liver. We all have heart. One.
I'm even scared to go into the organ discussion because it's kind of terrifying that there has been reports of the Israeli side stealing Palestinian bodies to harvest organs and especially skin. Because guess what? When you're not indigenous to a land, your skin does not have the melanin needed.
Say it, girl.
To protect you
Yes.
from the climates, and therefore a lot of that's probably the highest place that has skin cancer
Okay.
everywhere.
Wow.
So they need
the skin.
because of skin cancer. And where it's best to get it
Yes.
than for the people who are not human.
Yeah. The people
that you
that
share
you're
a land
occupying.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, the
Wow.
dehumanization runs super deep
Yeah.
to the point where we're not humans. It doesn't matter. There's just a bunch of
Yes.
human animals that we
Yes.
don't have to deal with.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I mean, that makes, like, I'm saying it out loud and it's completely absurd and my
Yes.
brain is questioning me. I'm like, did you just say that?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's what they're doing.
And
That's
that
what
is
they're doing.
what they're telling their people. That's what
Mhm.
I saw several quotes from not Palestinian officials, Israeli officials. And I screenshotted them because I wanted to keep them. Because I figured at some point they may disappear.
They always do.
Yeah.
They always do.
But I wanted to keep them.
Okay.
And it gives the date on when they said this in a public forum and who they were speaking to.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a retired Israeli army captain, general, or somebody. And he's speaking to Israeli reservists, okay? And he's saying to them, they're animals.
Yeah. Yeah. The children of
The
the
children,
light.
their mamas, and I'm like,
We're used to that. We're
He's
used to
telling
that.
this is 2023. This was in October when he said.
Yeah.
I said, "What do you mean they're animals?" So this is the message that they're putting out to the Israeli people.
That's what they teach in school too. They teach their own people in school. The hatred runs deep because they have to create a generation that already has the hate and the dehumanization to be able to agree to do
to
this.
continue to do that.
Because you know that the minute a child turns 18, they have to mandatory be enlisted in army and serve.
Yes.
So majority of the Israeli army right now are 18-year-olds.
Wow. Who've been freshly trained on this stuff.
Yeah, they're all programmed. They're programmed. That's how it is.
Wow.
That's how you're able to do that.
Yes.
Plus impunity from the U.S. that keeps on freaking vetoing things all the time. They vetoed something today again too, and the European Union, all the white people.
Yes.
I'm just saying that's what it is.
We have to call it what it is.
It is what
and
it is.
people get offended by that, but it's like
Sorry, I'm offended by my people dying.
Yes.
Being killed for no reason other than they were born there.
Absolutely.
They didn't do anything.
Absolutely.
So I'm sorry if you're offended, but that's not my
It's
problem.
it is what it is, and so often I've heard, and especially when it comes to African Americans. My grandson just a couple of days ago, he's 7, and so he saw a video footage of this was during the Civil Rights Movement, where the officers were releasing dogs on black people, and this was kids, women, it didn't matter.
I'm pretty sure we trained that.
And my grandson was like, why would a police officer supposed to help you, Gigi? Why would he do that? And so we have to have very real, we don't sugarcoat it.
No.
We say, look, honey, this is what it is. This is how it is, and it's no different today. Okay?
No, it's getting worse.
It is no different today, okay?
Yeah.
I said, so always remember that.
Absolutely.
And so we have to know what we're dealing with and who we're dealing with, at all times. And it was that humane side that the white oppressor took out of it so that white Americans, when they look at all that stuff, the lynchings, and that didn't mean nothing to them.
Mm-hmm.
They would have lynchings on Sunday after church as a part of entertainment.
Yeah. Yep.
And so we know what it's like to be dehumanized, okay? And so, come on, people, we have to, we gotta figure out, we gotta get engaged. We just have to. Yes. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of these onions over here. I can't wait, y'all.
The next step is you gave me this awesome tray or stone to work with. So we use the olive oil to go ahead and,
Okay.
just
Put a little bit on there.
oil it a bit,
Okay.
but also on the bread itself too. So you want to make sure that it gets super toasty with all the olive oilness. So I guess the main two ingredients in this dish is olive oil and sumac.
Okay.
And then you want this on the top.
Now, are there any area Middle Eastern stores, markets that we can go to?
Yeah, there's multiple.
Okay. What's your favorite one?
The closest one to me, because I live in Lee Summit, so the
Okay.
closest one to me is called Olive Cafe.
Okay.
They're right off Bannister, James A. Reed area.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the one that
Okay.
I go to.
Okay.
But it depends on where you are in the metro.
Okay.
You'll find something.
Okay.
Or just Google Middle Eastern grocery.
Okay.
They'll come up. There's a lot of them.
There is I think it's called Al Habash Market in the city market.
Yep.
In the city market.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And they have like fresh spices too.
Yeah, they
and
do.
You can buy them by
Yep.
by their weight.
That's how I get them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their pita bread, their hummus,
Absolutely.
all of that good stuff. Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna assemble now.
Okay.
So you're gonna put a very good, decent layer of onions on the bread. And again, if you don't like onions that much, then you can put less. If you're crazy like me, you could put mountains and mountains of them and it still won't be enough. So this is at your discretion per your taste.
I love onions, so.
Yeah, look how purple they are. Do you see how that
I do.
it just discolored? It changed colors.
Yes.
Yep. So we'll do that here on this one. And you can lessen the amount of oil you use if you want to. If you're, on a specific diet and you don't want to add too much fats, you could definitely not do all of this.
Okay.
You could use different things. It'll be your recipe at that point and not
Right, exactly. I get it. I understand. I like all that you just did.
Okay, so that's the onion base.
Okay.
So now the chicken.
Okay.
And again, traditionally this chicken would be full
pieces
with the bone and everything, and you would put one piece on top of each. Here I'm making a mess. But there's a little bit of chicken there. And the chicken didn't take long to cook at all.
No, it didn't.
We were just talking.
Yes.
So there's that. Another thing to do if you don't want to do this step, because this is going to go in the oven now and we're just going to toast it a bit.
Okay.
So yeah, and then you get your parsley. You kind of like just go over that, give it that green contrast.
Yes.
And then if you are allergic to nuts, don't do this, but these are toasted almonds that I toasted in a regular little tiny pan. You can also just do that if you want to. I would probably just broil it on low for about 10 minutes.
Sounds okay, y'all. Look at this dish. And I'm going to let Samantha pronounce it again as y'all take a closer look. Take a look, y'all.
It's called Musakhan, which literally, like we said, it means warmed up or heated up, because what we just did is we put it in the oven for a while and then we let it toast up a bit. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's toasty from that olive oil that we put on there. So
love it. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to try it, y'all.
So we got some more.
Yes.
Because there's no such thing as too much.
Okay, I love that.
You can put it on anything and everything.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
this salad that you made for us,
Mhm.
it's beautiful. Tell
So-
us what's in it.
This is a traditional Arabic diced salad.
Okay.
Usually we just use whatever vegetables we have and we
Okay.
just chop it. It's really nice because it's small, tiny,
Yes.
dice size. So
Yes.
it has lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, carrots, radish, parsley, all the things. And then you put salt, pepper, and lemon juice. So there's no dressing. The dressing is
the lemon
Mhm.
juice
Lemon
and
juice
all
and
the
the salt.
natural flavors from those vegetables
Absolutely.
being
And then
together.
it goes fresh.
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
So
how do you want to do this?
I
want you to taste it.
yes, I'm gonna taste it.
Just in case.
I've been waiting for this, Samantha. You have no idea. Maybe I should just cut me a little piece. Let's see.
Okay. Because it is like,
Ooh.
It's a little big. they do have some smaller size ones.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
somewhere, like the smaller ones. That one I would
Mhm.
just pick up and go, but
Yes. Okay.
there we go.
Okay. Oops.
I'm so excited.
Yes. Look, all the onions and the meat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This was for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. There we
I
go.
can never turn this down.
Yes. Oh my God.
So you got the nuts on there. You got the parsley.
Yes.
The parsley, obviously, you know, fresh is always better when you
Yes.
can find it. And then you got the chicken.
Yes.
And you got the onion and the bread.
Mm.
You ready?
I'm ready. Bon appetit.
You want to do it
Yes.
together?
Yes. Yes.
Let's see. Okay.
Okay.
It's falling, and that's okay. Mm.
The nuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm done. Bye.
Y'all. Oh
They're
my
not
God. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'll be over here eating. You do your
Mhm.
thing. I'm done.
Mm.
No, that was really good. But yeah, this is the super quick, busy mom on the go version
Mm-hmm.
of A Taste of Back Home. And then Taste of Salad.
Oh yes.
Which I also sprinkled some of this on, and here, more.
Mm,
Because there's no
mm.
such thing as too much.
I love it.
So sometimes what I do, especially when I'm busy, I just put it on the thing,
Oh. Okay. All together.
and then I just use
The bread
make
as
it in
the
a
whole.
roll,
Mm.
and then you just go in there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Body language.
The freshness is so real.
Yep.
Mm.
And it's healthy. It's good for you.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Samantha, this is so delicious. Thank you
Yay.
so much for sharing a part of your story, food, your culture. I mean, it's and the information. You know, one of the reasons why we do this show is, yes, we want people to try these recipes. We do, but we also do it as a way to share those stories
Mhm.
and have conversations.
Absolutely.
This is a story that definitely needs to be told.
I thank you for sharing your space with me
Oh, you're so
and allowing me to share this food with you
Yeah.
and share my story also. So I really
Yes.
appreciate you cultivating and creating this space for everybody, especially minorities.
Yes.
That
Yes.
we need,
And that's where our
we need
focus is.
amplifying.
We do. We do.
Mhm.
And that's where our focus is.
And we have each other's backs.
Yes. Yes.
Because we're all in this together.
We are all in this together, y'all. Samantha, is there anything else you would like the viewers, or something you want to, a clip you want to leave them with, a word of encouragement, or anything that you would like to leave them with? As I take another bite.
No pressure. I would say, as we all know, don't take everything the media takes you,
Mm-hmm.
that tells you. Don't take the media as your only source for information. And we all have a very long history of how the media has been used against everybody.
Yes,
collectively.
Collectively, absolutely.
If there's something that you hear about, oh, Palestinians did this or did that, try to go to the other side. Try to find the two side of the story scenario. Dig deep and ask the people who are being affected by it.
Yes.
And see how their reactions are. And see what they're doing. Like if you think about just in general terms of protesting right now.
Yes.
We've heard that there are people that are pro-Palestinian that are protesting and blocking off companies that are supplying weapons for the war. That's what we're blocking. If you go to the news now, you will find that there are Israeli protests happening that are blocking humanitarian aid to go through Gaza. What does that tell you? Who is blocking what for what? You know what I mean? Like it just, we have beautiful brains and we can use them. We just can't let these people tell us what's going on.
Absolutely.
And if you want to dig a little deeper into the propaganda that's been crafted and detailed to put you in misinformation and to program us to just accept this as normal.
Yes.
Go to occupationmovie.org. It's a free website that has a documentary that was made 5 years ago. Not these days, 5 years ago. That talks about the occupation of the American mind and how they literally design what to say and how to you have. Why do you think everyone's in debt right now? Why do you think we have credit scores and just like we're stuck in this hamster wheel of I have to make money so I have to survive and I have to pay my mortgage and my rent and I have to I can't focus on anything else. I have to focus on myself because I'm in survival mode. That's a form of oppression.
Absolutely it is.
They programmed us to be these little workers for what they want to do as the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And it's not okay.
It is not
It's
okay.
not okay. And it's up to us to change that,
It is.
unfortunately, because we don't have any voices that'll stand up for us.
No.
We have to stand up for ourselves.
We have to stand up for ourselves. We have to advocate for ourselves. Thank you so much, Samantha. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, we'll put all that information up there, all of the websites that Samantha mentioned, the Facebook page, the Instagram page, where you in Kansas City, if you're right here, you can get involved. Because again, it takes all of us. This is a humanitarian crisis, okay? And it's going to take all of us, to come up with solutions for this crisis. Peace out, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace out, y'all.